All right, we are ready to roll.
Oh, what did I do that?
Welcome back to the Triple F podcast.
We're our guest today for the Rough Week podcast.
What's it called? What's your podcast called?
Rough Week.
Rough Week.
Okay. You have
Do you have a theme to it?
Christophe,
No.
Gene.
Yep.
Luke.
No.
How do you say your last name?
Touma.
Touma. Oh, okay. Is it T-O-U or T-U-O?
T-O-U.
T-U-U.
Oh, okay.
I did
Touma.
T-U-O for the longest time. I thought your name was
Tuoma.
Tuoma.
Yeah. Well, happy to have you guys here.
Tuoma.
Luke was telling us a little bit about your running with the paramedics last night.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was enjoying,
Yeah,
I was
that
enjoying
fun.
that story quite a bit.
Yeah, that was good, dude.
What? Yes, from your perspective, what happened?
I was just on stage. The paramedics came in. They had a gurney. It was just two bro paramedics walking in.
Of course, yeah.
Because that room, the elevator gets to the movie theater at the
Yeah.
bar movie theater or whatever. So they have to take the elevator if you have a fucking gurney.
Yeah.
And then I just did a little crowd work with the. I was like, "What do you guys do for work?"
Dude, I was telling them you were being so funny, and everybody loved it. And then I found out, and I was like, "Fuck, damn, this is like such a moment, and it's so funny." And then I found out the real reason they were there.
So funny.
The reason they were there was because the guy brought in a water bottle of his own vodka, and he was groping women in the theater.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's perfect." So I started.
I mean, how else are you gonna watch Kung Fu Panda 4?
It's an empty theater. He's sitting right next to the only other person.
He's just watching the holdovers. He's like, "This is so boring." God, this movie's so fucking long.
Do you have custody over every week, or is that?
Fuck,
Dude, I was like, oh, he brought his own vodka, he was groping women. I opened the set like that, and I was like, I think it's so funny that he was so horny that they were like, we got to call an ambulance for this guy. He's just so hard. And they were like, genuinely upset. They
Yeah,
were like,
because you just broke the news that a groper was in the.
I thought it was so funny.
A
Yeah.
hammered gropers here. What are they gonna call the horny police for this guy?
Unironically, I think that's hilarious.
That is so funny.
And their
horny
vibe
police
was genuinely like,
yeah.
nah, dude, rape is wrong. I was like, but isn't it funny? That's funny.
The horny police is just the EMT is so funny, dude. It's
Also, the guy
just an
was
emergency syringe taking boners out.
dude. Also, the guy was like, he looked like a deranged
Oh,
war
he looked
vet.
psychotic.
Like he looked like a Vietnam War vet.
Yeah,
Like
he
he was
did.
like
Wait.
75. He looked like a pirate, and he was like hunched over. You were calling him a prospector.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a cane, and he was moving like molasses.
You're telling me
through
the guy who
showroom.
brought vodka from home to
Yeah.
touch people at the theater wasn't well put together?
That'd be crazy. It's just Luke in handcuffs. You didn't even watch my set.
You're on stage, you're doing joking crowd work, fucking, where do you, and then your buddy comes out of the elevator in handcuffs, you're like, Luke.
Yeah.
What did you? Brought my own vodka.
He was definitely
Not again.
I'll come bail you out after my set. I'll be there.
Dude, he was definitely being sneaky because there's no way that guy was chasing any chicks down.
Yeah.
He was
Using surprise.
He was in no form to chase down a
Well,
victim.
yeah, that's why I went to the movie theater. You pay the $12.95 to get into the movie theater where
Yeah.
people are in the dark and sitting and they don't see you coming.
Yeah.
Because if he was trying to do that in the street, he doesn't have the athleticism to keep up with these young women. He
Yeah,
wants to
no,
touch.
definitely
you
not.
know what I mean?
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't have bike path rapist athleticism.
No, yeah, absolutely.
There's a certain level of athleticism that nobody talks about.
Yeah. Nobody talks about how fit all these bike path attackers are.
Yeah,
You
you
know
have
what
to
I
be
mean?
a
That must be a New
Chase
York
down a
thing.
jogger. You
yeah,
got to
dude.
be able to
You're-
run faster than a
you're
jogger
saying-
to catch her.
You're saying bike path rapist as if that's a thing. I've never heard
Well, they
that
rate, you know,
before.
like
That's a
you-
big thing in
you
Buffalo,
run,
where I'm from. People would get bored and they would go rape on the bike path.
This guy's
Don't go to the bike.
It's a boring task.
Yeah.
Don't
It's like
go
going to
to
Buffalo
the
Wild
That was
Boys.
going on in Buffalo, dude. You gotta hit the bike path.
That's so
They're like
crazy.
like a Sports Center report about the bike path rapist.
There
It's like,
literally is a guy named the bike path rapist.
This is the guy. Yeah, was it the guy in Buffalo?
Altimio
Oh, whoa.
Sanchez. Wow, good for that guy. Keeping it to his local
Oh,
team.
he-
they-
in Buffalo, New York.
Cheektowaga. Yeah, that's him.
He passed
He
away.
raped at least
Oh, he passed.
at
You know
least
what's so funny? I
9
just
to
thought,
15 girls.
They have his vertical up there for no
Whoa.
reason.
Suicide by exsanguination.
That means you cut your wrists, bled out.
Does it?
Whoa.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
That feels
That's
right.
so-
Accentuation.
It feels like he should have killed himself.
Sanguination.
But he waited till he was
Exsanguination.
65 to kill himself. That's kind of crazy.
At that point, just ride it out.
What a wild
Uncle Al. That's
It was the bike
They
path
should've
killer,
known, dude.
the bike path rapist,
and Uncle
or
Al.
as his nieces knew him, Uncle Al. That's
Don't call me the bike path rapist. That's my father. I'm
Yeah.
Uncle Al.
Hey,
He
don't bring up the
coached
bike
Little
path
League.
at Easter, okay?
He was the basketball coach of his son's team at their school in Cheektowaga and was the boys' Little League baseball coach.
That's how he was in
Say
such
what you
good
want, but
shape.
that team was
Yeah.
plugging it.
That's
Yeah.
how he was fit enough
Yeah.
to chase down the victims.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
running around
He
with those
played
little
golf,
tykes all
enjoyed
day.
gardening. Why is this like a
What?
dating
Yeah, it's like just him with the photo of a dog.
He likes
is
long walks on the bike path.
super weird to add in his hobbies to this. I guess it is Wikipedia, so.
You guys pointed out to me that this was a isolated event. I really did grow up thinking there were just rapists on every bike path.
Well, I guess he
I'm realizing
murdered
now
them.
it's
It's
kind of a
just
one
this
guy thing.
Well, it was one guy, but I don't know. 9 to 15 women over the course of 30 years is I would call an isolated event.
It's funny to put
No.
it's funny to
like
put
a
the
pattern.
details too.
It's funny to put 9 to 15 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you have to.
It's
yeah.
funny to be so specific on 9, but then kind of be like 15 to 30.
It's
Really,
funny.
honestly,
I guess they're like at least 9.
we know it was
Yeah.
at least 9. Yeah,
It's
I
also
guess.
crazy. He's doing it over 30 years, 31 years. It's crazy that
Patient.
they can go 2 or 3 years between attacks.
It's crazy to be so impulsive that you rape, but so patient that you only do it once every 2 years or
Yes,
so.
those
That's
are-
a weird. That's a
Well,
weird
I
thing.
don't, maybe he's battling his demons. He's like, I just.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I was at a show at Alamo Draft House where somebody raped somebody. Where a paramedic had to come through the showroom as well.
really?
What is
Yeah.
it about that place? It's cursed.
I don't know. It was a young guy who passed out.
He
And
just
the
fucked
funniest
up?
part is like the comics who went on stage didn't really say anything about it.
They
which
walked
is
past the stage.
so funny, yeah. And you could see the lights on the stage, like on the comic's face, and then like nobody would say anything about it.
Yeah, that's weird.
And they wheeled out a young guy, and apparently the news we got is the guy just passed out watching like the new Avatar movie or something like that.
So he was at the
Yeah.
Whoa, the water's crazy. Oh,
He's a cholo. He was a cholo.
Yeah.
Bro, the way
the water's fucking wild.
When I'm like riding it and shit.
This fucker bends air, man. I can't handle
That's
this,
the
man. I'm
wrong
getting
one.
freaked out,
That's
man.
the wrong one, dude. That's the wrong Avatar, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
thinking
That's
about
the fucking Airbender, you dumbass.
I'm
thinking
sorry, I'm not a
about-
fucking nerd.
Talking
dude.
about the James Cameron Avatar, you dumb fuck.
Okay, I'm sorry,
What the
dude.
fuck are you doing here?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't have a
God
new
damn,
fucking-
No, it's
I'm
fine. Thanks
sorry.
for ruining the podcast this early, though.
Yeah,
Luke.
oh
It's
my
fine.
god. Yeah, just cut it off.
God,
Just cut
good
it
call.
off. I mean,
Dude,
for
we're gonna-
fuck's sake.
Can we cut
10
his
year-
camera completely?
This is crazy. I hope you don't pick up his.
I
audio.
like that you're never gonna stop just nerd raging on it. You're gonna be 4 years old. You're like, actually, he was an airbender.
I think if you're too passionate about either of those, you're a loser.
Yeah, no, they're. Well, yeah, I mean, depends on how. But wait, like either Avatar.
Yeah, I like how you started by being like, yeah, and then you were like, I like them. Wait, what? Wait, what?
And the Avatar: The Last Airbender's sick.
I think that one's the nerdiest one of them all.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
I used to watch it growing up.
Yeah, it's a sick show.
I
but
didn't
the
watch it
movies
growing
are
up.
fucking for
pretty
dumb
cool.
babies.
Well, see, here,
The movies are for dumb babies. The Cartoon Network or the Nickelodeon show was fucking cool.
see, that's a funny take.
Well, that's just reality. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's not a take. I'm not. Fucking, you know.
it's a take because it was a Nickelodeon show, but you're now.
You can appreciate it as a good piece of media.
Do you still watch? How old are you?
Fucking 28. What's the big deal?
Well, I'm just formulating an argument. Do you still watch episodes of?
I actually haven't
Like Last Airbender?
seen that much of it.
Dude,
I
you
never
just
watched it as a
fully-
kid.
Just
so-
like girled out about your age.
What?
He's like, how old are you? Like, who's asking?
How much I
You
was?
know.
28.
You know how fucking rude that
You
is?
can never ask a lady.
Wait, so you never watched it as a kid then?
No, not really.
And
but
you
I-
don't really watch it now?
No, not
and
really.
You think
but
the
I watched the
movies
first season of it like a while ago, and I was like, "This is sick."
are... Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not really that into it?
No, not really.
You just want to argue with me for fun?
Yeah. But I think I've
my
seen
favorite.
Avatar 1 and 2, and they're fucking big piles of dog shit. But
Now we're talking about blue people.
Blue People Avatar is a big giant pile of dog shit.
See, yeah.
It's so stupid.
Well, the
I
second
didn't see
movie
the new
literally
one.
is just.
it's so bad. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
The second movie is actually just the first movie again.
In water, though.
Except, yeah, they're in water.
And then they're like, what if the Avatar planet had friggin' whales on it? And they're like,
Dude, have you guys seen the new Roadhouse?
What if they swim?
No,
Dude, it's
I heard it's bad.
It's so
Jack said it was
awful.
awful.
Dude, we were
I love
watching it
bad
last.
movies.
Dude, they just talk like GTA character, like the whole time. The guy, they had casted the word. There's a guy who went in. He was like, he goes up to Jake Gyllenhaal. He goes, "My dog has been missing. Are you not gonna do anything about that?" And then Jake Gyllenhaal's like, "I guess I'm gonna go fight Conor McGregor." It's like-
Oh, Conor McGregor's in it?
Oh yeah,
Is
dude.
he the villain?
Yeah, he's the
That's
villain.
awesome.
How bad is he? He's gotta be terrible.
It was the worst movie I think I've watched in,
This
in
is
a
how
while.
you know it's not good.
Yeah, my
When-
buddy told me it's next level bad.
It's so funny.
when the Rotten Tomato and the audience score is very similar, that's how you know it's an accurate rating. Because
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Because sometimes it'll be like Rotten Tomato gave it 10% and every audience member loved it. And
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
happens
okay,
with
that's
comedies
great.
all the time.
Yeah, of course.
If you look at an Adam Sandler movie, it's like 4.98.
Yeah. I can't imagine that Conor McGregor is a good actor.
It's the whole thing is so stupid too. It's I mean the whole movie. I was watching it. I was kind of walking in and out because I was cooking when he was watching it, and it was just I mean all it is literally Conor McGregor being Conor McGregor, and then Jake Gyllenhaal taking $50 million to make the movie. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just and then we were watching interviews about Jake Gyllenhaal talking about it, like talking about like the process with and Conor McGregor was right next to him, dude. Conor McGregor is like clearly on the biggest come down of his life. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like Jake Gyllenhaal's like, yeah, to prep for this movie, I did a lot of intense training and we wanted to choreography everything. We had to get the choreography right, so we trained for hours in the gym and we made sure the movements were right. That's not my world. Conor really knows that world of fighting and making things look authentic. And then Conor McGregor's just like, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is a fucking runner. It's so crazy. Jake Gyllenhaal got all the respect. He's made 76 movies.
Releasing videos today.
You know he's made 76 movies.
This is my
This is
least
gonna be like the
favorite
fourth
YouTube
Conor McGregor
content.
video
And
that
when
I
I look up an interview or a video
Yeah,
or
I
something,
know,
and I
some
have to
guy's
listen to
fucking
some
yapping
fucking
about
we don't
it.
want
idiot's
you, dude.
commentary
we don't want
about
you.
it.
Yeah, look at
All right,
it,
let's
dude.
see it. Can we watch this?
I'm blessed
Oh wow, yeah, he's
to have entered into the movie.
he's tweaking pretty
alongside
good.
him. He was patient with me. He gave me
Oh
guidance,
man.
and I just
And it's
took it,
crazy because
you know?
not
He
only
had a
is he
good
like
rapport on set.
tweaking, but he's also the
Yeah, 75
scariest human
movies
that's ever
later.
existed.
Dude,
He could
is-
just like kill you.
Yeah.
He's been pumping steroids lately.
Yeah,
He's a
And
unit,
full.
It's like
dude.
obvious.
You saw
Yeah.
the interview where he's just yacked out.
He's so
dude.
great. He's so.
Oh
he's
yeah,
huge.
I'm like this guy can feel his hair follicles.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm like, I can
when
tell
he's-
by looking
when-
at
the
him.
one that just
I'm like,
went
I
viral.
know that feeling. He feels every part of his scalp in this interview. Like he's literally just like touch. He's like, yeah, it was a great experience. You know, it was, yeah, you know, Jake's great. You know, they paid me a lot of money for it. Yeah. And he's like fucking rubbing his head.
You know,
I'm
what's
like,
cra-
dude.
the girl who did that the interview that went viral is like a comic in Austin.
Robert Kraft's granddaughter's doing stand up in Boston.
No
Amazing.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and apparently she just talks about like how much dick she gets in her fucking pussy.
That's
She's
awesome. It's awesome that no matter how famous your family is, a female comic can't not be a whore. That's
Yeah,
really
no,
cool.
100%.
That's really sick.
No, dude, I'm with Matt on this one.
All
Let's
right,
go.
fellas.
Let's
I
go.
knew it was my dad.
All dudes
my
in here,
grandpa's
dude.
Robert Kraft.
Yeah,
You
this
guys
is
know when
the
you're getting
fellas'
fucked.
No, this is, I don't think all they're actually whores, but there's a lot of
What's the deal? What's
they-
the deal with me getting fucked by 7 dudes at once?
they really pump up the they'll really pump up
by the way,
the whore stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a thing. That's a thing.
Dude,
any
if
new
you were
comic
Robert
does.
Kraft's granddaughter,
Yeah.
you're telling me you wouldn't be fucking
You'd get-
sucking and fucking
You'd
all
have
over
to.
town?
That's a
There's
good
no
point.
repercussions. You have no
you're-
worries.
You have
Also-
you have no worries in the world.
No.
Exactly. No responsibilities. You're
Also-
worth $1 billion just by
Is
breathing.
she hot though?
Also, you're like you're. It's not like you're being taught differently. You're like Grandpa's getting jerked off in a back alley,
Right.
In fucking Summerfield.
Yeah, he's probably making you do it.
Yeah.
Is she hot?
Just turn him into a
Is
pedophile.
she-
I don't
Is
know.
that
My
her?
buddy's
Is that her
there.
in the?
That's got to be her.
Yeah.
this is the
Was
chick.
that the massage?
No way.
No, I thought she was like a young hipster, like a bushwicky type of girl. I'd never met this
Well,
woman.
this just could
This
be
might
like.
be
But I've been
old.
kinda telling
Doesn't
everybody
look
this.
particularly young.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word bushwicky is, but
Like from Bushwick.
It's like the girls that I like.
oh, okay. Like
Patrick
Matt.
Cat, dumb
piercing,
haircut, septum
freaky
piercing.
bangs.
A bushwicky. I was thinking like Wikipedia, but like for people's bullshit.
No,
so
like
it would be
Bushwicky.
very funny.
Like
like you
hipster
figure out
barista.
9/11.
yeah, hipster barista.
Like alternative hipster
Yeah,
barista.
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
love a girl with weird bangs and tattoos, and she's actually probably a 6, but her tattoos make her look a little bit hotter than she is.
Really?
most
I'm
of my
not
friends-
a tattoo person. I don't care.
That's so crazy, dude.
I don't know why this. Oh, no, never mind.
Our
Sorry,
buddy
go ahead.
Jeff is like that. He's like, tattoos do absolutely nothing
No.
for me. You can objectively be less attractive than I view you, but your tattoos will make you so much hotter.
Yeah.
That's why I got him, baby.
Yeah.
Turned
He
Josh
gets
into a piece,
sucked
man.
off so much. It's crazy.
Not by
You see
me.
that fucking leg piece?
Wait, wasn't Tom Brady gonna do, or did he do stand up as well?
In
Speaking
Tampa,
of-
right?
I think it was like some rumor because he was like hosting something that
Yeah.
he was like
Oh.
kind of like warming up in comedy clubs or something like that.
Blake
Wait, what was
Griffin
that
got
top
really good.
video?
Dude, Blake Griffin's actually funny.
Yeah, he's
he-
pretty funny. I
Oh,
like that
never mind.
Norm bit. Him and Norm did.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
funny.
Wait, Blake Griffin does stand up?
Yeah, there's videos of him
used to,
doing it at
yeah.
like the Laugh Factory.
I don't like that.
He's like, you ever be 7 feet tall?
Yeah, you
dude.
guys know when you're like hot and you have like millions of dollars.
Dude,
That's my act, honestly.
Glenn Big. You know,
Go, the worst guy.
That's
on
really
stand-up
funny.
trying to get
Blake-
pussy on stage.
The first video is Blake Griffin does stand up. Actually funny.
dude, do you remember
uploaded
Glenn
it.
Big Baby Davis
Yeah, he does
from the
it.
Celtics? So
Yeah.
he does stand up in.
No
he does,
way.
Yeah, and he wanted to come down to Orlando to do a show. And he texted me. He's like, "Hey, is this Luke?" And I was like, "I'm texting Big Baby right now." So I said, "Baby, what's good, baby?" He goes, "I'm good, dude." Right? So we were talking for a little bit. He never came. He never did a show. And then he had some huge, like, he owed crazy child support money. It was like a huge TMZ article. Like, he
Oh,
did something
no.
very wrong. And I texted him, "Baby, you good, baby?"
It's so funny
he
to
goes-
text him as a
And he
bit.
immediately responded. He's like, "I'm good, bro. Thank you, bro."
That's so funny. He owes child support, and his name is Big Baby.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
It sounds
hilarious.
like that sounds like
Glenn
the
Big Baby
scam
Davis. I don't know
that-
what it was.
Yeah, Big Baby Davis. He
like
was
Big
like,
Pharma.
I saw that. I saw him on the calendar of like a couple like clubs, like doing dates.
Imagine going from like sold out like arenas for
Yeah,
like doing, and then in like world's like the finals, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Hey man, can I get a spot at the?"
It was healthcare fraud.
He
Healthcare
definitely
fraud, wire fraud
indicted
for-
by a jury on charges of conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud and wire fraud for
Filed
defrauding
fraud?
the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan. What is? We'd have to read a lot more that I'm not really willing to read during the pod.
It
or
just sounds
all
like
pod.
he pretended to go to the doctor, and then you get reimbursed for that. So he
I'll
pretended
find
to
out
s-
what he did.
Yeah,
Wow.
he pretended to spend money on medical problems, and then the NBA reimburses it.
It's kind of crazy because even like league minimum in the NBA is so much money.
Yeah,
Like
he
$700K
just blew
or
all his
something
money.
like that.
He was getting paid. It's like, how bad are you with your money where you have to pretend that you like had
Hurt
the
yourself?
flu?
You have
yeah,
migraines?
like
Yeah.
Well,
Did
it's
you ever see
definitely
that town in
reimbursed.
Florida where they all cut off their limbs?
What?
What? Nothing.
Just bring up the craziest thing. No, never mind.
Let's not get into it.
I don't
right
actually
now.
want to talk about it.
They cut off all their limbs for insurance. Insurance fraud.
Everybody in the town.
Yeah, Vernon gained infamy in the late 1950s due to the high percentage of residents who put out insurance claims on lost limbs, to the point that many speculated the residents of the city were intentionally dismembering themselves for the insurance money.
whoa, that's nuts. Because like
Yeah.
the 50s and 60s sounds, the 50s
What a
and
bleak
60s
place.
sounds like it was like for it's not that long ago.
Yeah, it's funny
We
to go to
have
the sock and hop and be like,
Yeah.
then cut your own arm off.
Yeah.
It was
That's
a teenage
terrible.
I wonder what
wedding,
the
and
like,
excuse
it's
oh,
was.
well, yeah,
Dude,
the
I wonder what the
approval
excuse.
scroll.
Like the birds in this town are crazy, man. They got another one, dude.
It's
They
just
got
like a
Gary.
vulture just eating.
Yeah, the vulture.
It's funny to think that somebody saw their friend who like lost his arm in like an actual like a farming accident, and then they're like, Wait, you get $10,000 a year?
Yeah, man, it's the best thing that ever fucking happened. I'd cut them all off.
Dude, I'd have cut it off myself.
Second?
Yeah, the first guy who genuinely lost his limb, he's like walking around the local mall. Everybody's one arm. He's like, imitation's the highest form of flattery. Everybody's copycatting me.
The first guy to get his arm cut off, he's got like a big chain, like a fur coat.
It's just his arm, like Jamie Lannister, like the hand. Iced out Jamie Lannister. He's like, y'all
like dipped in gold.
Does everybody want to be like, I've been on this.
Yeah. I've been had one on.
There's a pedophile town in Florida too.
Yeah, where everybody, all the
call it
pedophiles.
Luke's house.
You're a pedophile.
Yeah, they call it
Clip
Luke's
it.
house. You guys.
Clip it. That's crazy because everybody like the
Pahokee, Florida.
The easy thing is to talk about the villages where the old people
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's talking
old
about the
people are like
pedophile.
swingers, but nobody's talking
They're right
about the
next to
pedophile
each other.
town.
Weirdly enough.
Give
Really?
Well, that's
man.
the safest the elderly people can be.
Yeah.
They put all the pedophiles by all the old people.
Yeah.
on
Dude,
purpose.
the village is kind of like rules. I actually, it's not as creepy as I thought. I mean, it's a little dystopian, but I was like, if I was 78, this would be awesome.
Why
it'd
were
be
you
nice.
there?
It's just bars and restaurants. I was doing a YouTube video.
Oh, you went there purposely for the
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is that they have like different bracelets and stuff that they wear to basically, or they put them on like their golf carts, like different colors. that which is
The
really
oldest
funny.
thing, thing you can do to,
like
symbolically be like, I'm wanting to fuck.
Yeah,
Put it on
it's
my
like
golf
to
cart.
signify whether I'm like a swinger or a cuck or I'm taken or I'm open or whatever the fucking weird thing is. Yeah, it's bizarre.
What I noticed there was they didn't seem that horny. I mean, they were, as horny as a normal person. Dude, they all just do sports all day. They're kind of shredded.
Yep.
They're all in great shape.
Yeah,
that's probably
water
what
volleyball.
They all play
and
pickleball and volleyball,
Yeah.
all that shit all day long.
Shuffleboard.
That's
They're
how.
like the
Are there any
old
fucking
people.
bike path rapists over there?
But
They
just
got
sitting
those like
down.
seated bikes. Lean way back.
Fucking guy comes barreling out of the.
That's
He's
over
got
the
his little
bike.
cuck flag flying.
The bike path rapist goes there. He's like, "This is gonna be a cakewalk." Dude, these teasers, and then they're all in great shape. He's like, "This guy's flying."
Yeah,
Jesus
holy
Christ.
shit, This guy's got
This
forearms
lady's-
like nothing else.
I realized
This
gonna
lady's
chase down a
cardio is
golf cart.
insane.
Yeah,
They all have golf carts.
yeah.
Come on. Damn
Yeah,
it.
dude. I went. My ex, her parents lived in a 55 and up community in Arizona, and dude, all they do there's 3 golf courses. There's pickleball.
Yeah.
There one of, like her dad was in like a softball league.
Dude.
One time we went through this like I don't know how else to put it other than like the community center of the place. And I walked into a room and there was probably, not joking, 100 senior citizens all playing Wii Sports like at one time.
That's
like,
awesome.
They have a great time.
They're just getting
Does
wheezed
seem
now.
Yeah, they're just getting into Wii.
They're just VR in like 30 years.
It's just
That's kind of great.
When your grandpa gets a VR headset, you walk in and he's like, you're like, Grandpa? Your grandpa's doing
You're sucking VR cock.
Wait, you can see me?
He's like, I thought I was back in Korea.
I'm fucking surrounded. Charlie's got me, boy.
Oh no, they got back up.
Viet Cong's got me back into a corner.
It's just he does Vietnam Simulator, but he just really wanted to have gay sex.
He, instead of going to the war, he like goes into Pattaya City. Like he takes a train to fucking Thailand.
It's just a burning village.
the craziest VR like extension.
He's got the VR headset on. He's like, all right, Huang, I ain't trying to die. You know I'm willing to do anything.
It brought me back, man.
Yeah, that's how you find out your grandpa was gay the whole time.
The whole
at
time he was
war.
in Vietnam.
That's why
Oh,
fucking.
man.
It's like McCain couldn't lift his arms.
Yeah.
He tore both shoulders,
He
jerking
tore both
guys
shoulders,
off.
jacking guys off. No, he was an American hero. And,
No, his rotator
John
cuffs
McCain
are
is
done.
an American hero.
You were in the
was.
military, right?
Yeah.
What?
You saw ever suck anybody off?
Yeah, dude.
Did they ever suck anyone
Were you
off?
the
I
gay?
did it,
Sucking in the gay parts
Not,
off?
unfortunately, not in country. I did it just for
Yeah.
sport. No, I was in the Marines though. Yeah, I was with AAVs, like a tank that goes in the water.
Nice.
That's what I used to do. Yeah,
There are tanks that go in the water. That's how little I know.
yeah, and they're like pieces of shit.
They drive
What do
off
you mean
the back
the
of the
pieces?
boat.
Salt
Like,
They break
vehicle.
down. It's like this. So
They
Dude,
drop
they're
into
so-
water. They're very. The
They-
description of them is frightening.
So what we would do is we'd load like 30 dudes in the back of this thing,
and they're small.
yeah, they're not very small, or they're not very big. So what we would do is we put like 30 dudes in the back of these things, and we would drive off the side of a ship and then go to like the beach. It's like how you do like a beach landing.
Yeah.
So if you look at Saving Private Ryan, like the beach landing,
Those
scene,
open ones.
Yeah, those open ones are a different version of that, and now we're like a more modern version of these things.
Those open ones were evil. Dude.
Yo, dude, it's brutal. They
Just backing up a truck.
beep.
They'll never see us coming. Hey, turn around.
Yeah.
Doing the dad arm move.
into
Yeah.
pens.
Yeah, they are making it easier.
This is like, I know that like historically we've got a pretty good win-loss record when it comes to wars, but this is a crazy
It's a crazy tactic.
crazy tactic.
Well, in theory, so the reason that it had to happen, the way it got brutal is because they put those you see those tank bars, like the things that the barricades. So you normally can drive those things right up onto the land and then drop people off. But because they blocked it off like
It's
that,
so
they had to
crazy
clear
like,
that.
Some sort of genius was just like, what if we just put metal on the
Yeah,
beach that they can't
it's like
drive
jacks.
over? And it's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
they literally-
Some guy was.
It's like
dude,
the
some
most
German guy was
obvious
like,
thing. It's like they keep driving their tanks right up to us and fucking us up, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
yeah.
put something in the way.
Yeah. Because
I never realized.
I
that.
remember watching this when I was younger and being like, why would the Germans provide barricade? Like, why would they like be like, here's shelter so you guys don't get shot? Because you see them like
Can't
tucking
drive
away.
it up.
And then my dad was just drunk and being like, fucking idiot. They did it so they could. My dad was in the Marines too,
Nice.
that's what you want. You want a dad that was in the military because he'll just be, a certain
like
way.
a sweetheart.
Yeah,
just like
yeah, he's
gentle.
like very caring,
Caring,
and
really,
very
like,
understanding.
empathetic
I have a
and
fun story.
Empathetic?
Empathetic is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Understanding of all walks of life.
I remember, he's very
Open-minded.
accepted.
Yeah,
I
open-minded,
remember when
yeah.
I had, so during COVID, I had COVID brought out, like I have OCD and COVID brought it out like really badly. And I was having these panic attacks like every day. And I was like calling my mom because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was having these mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
And I was calling my mom. And then eventually one day I called my mom, like after like 4 days in a row of calling my mom, my dad answers.
Oh,
He goes,
shit.
And he was like, hey, if you want to talk about your fucking problems, call me at work. Your mom's getting fucking sick of it. And then he was like, you need somebody to talk to, you can fucking talk to me. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, so what's up, buddy?
It really is just like the only way a dad knows how to be.
That is so
Your mom's
funny.
getting fucking tired of it. Now, what's up? I love you.
Yeah.
What's going on? Huh?
Wait, so did you open up about being like, I'm very anxious right now?
Or were you just like, nothing's wrong, Dad?
No,
I'm just freaking bored.
Dude,
now.
telling a
Talking to my fucking
6-year-old
mom, dude.
a 6-year-old Marine vet that you have anxiety. Is that's an uphill battle, dude.
Well, it's crazy because he also, so my dad is like, he's just like fucking weirdo. Like my dad, I've talked about it a lot on this podcast, but he does this thing, like he gets like super into, my dad's just a weird guy. He's into Native American culture. And so what he does is like, he'll go hunting and he'll shoot deer, and he does like a chant in our backyard. Like, dude, he'll be like blacked out. It'll be like, I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm from Iowa, so it'll be like negative 30 degrees out with wind chill, and he'll shoot a deer. There'll be a dead deer hanging in our garage, and he'll be out there in just his underwear being like, one Tanya on it. Dude, it's the craziest. It's like it's so, because he's so weird. You would think he fits a certain stereotype of like hard ass, whatever, blah blah.
White,
But then,
he's a
but then he
white military vet who lives in Iowa. You don't think that he would like thank the land for
yeah,
providing
you don't think,
that, you know what I
he
mean?
would be putting
Like,
deer
great
blood under
mother
his
in the
eyes.
sky.
I remember one time when he shot a deer when I was like in like 5th grade. He was like, "Come out to the garage," and then I went out there and he's like, "You're gonna gut it," and then he made me fucking. I'm like 14. I was like, no, I was like probably 9, and he was just like, "Yep." I had to kill it. Okay, this is just sad. Now I'm just realizing this is all trauma. But like he one time made me finish. One time we were hunting, he shot a deer, and then he made me finish it off. And I was like 12.
Damn,
He's like, put it out of it. Yeah, he's like, go finish it off. I'm
He's like, it's dying. Make it come.
one last time. And it's like, that's crazy to be like,
He made you like put one in his head.
yeah, with a knife.
Oh,
That's way worse.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had to fucking
Like a pop or like with a rifle?
No, like I had to like
but like to stab it in the brain is.
Well,
Oh,
it was, yeah,
dude.
it was
Maybe
in
he
the
was
heart,
testing
which
you
is
if you were
worse.
like,
Yeah.
yes.
That's gotta change a kid.
Yeah.
It's gotta change a kid
Maybe,
to
a
be
little
like
bit.
single digits and be like, go put this knife in that animal's
Yeah,
skull.
yeah.
Well, have you seen the Dahmer stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've
about-
watched.
Remember when
Yeah.
his dad takes him fishing and he guts a fish, and then Dahmer gets like a fucking hard on.
yeah.
And then
He's like, wait a second.
it's yeah. It's so funny. Cuts later to him like jacking off and he's just closing his eyes and imagining it. So
That
I'm
would
glad
suck.
you weren't like that.
Wouldn't that suck though? Like obvious, like wouldn't it suck if you gutted a fish and then got hard on it? And you were like,
Like,
fuck,
something's
dude,
happening.
no.
You don't have the self awareness at like 12. to
Yeah,
be
but
like,
imagine,
what
like-
am I?
Yeah.
Imagine being an adult and like a lot of people don't fish. You just go fish.
You
your buddy, your
never get
buddy's
into
like,
fishing.
yeah, and then you fish the first time when you're
Yeah.
25 and you've got a fish and you go, fuck, dude, god damn it, because I've had that happen,
No.
not with such extreme
Yeah,
things.
of course.
As you grow up,
You're like, oh, I really like this.
and then all of a sudden you have like a toe in your mouth and you're like, this,
Oh.
god
Yeah.
damn it, you're like,
You
all
got
right,
kinks?
this is not the big of a,
What do I?
big of a deal.
What, do I what?
Do you have kinks?
Yeah, you fucking sex
Hey,
freak.
do
What
I
do you
have
got?
kinks?
Welcome
You're
to
a
the
sex
Caller
freak,
Daddy
dude.
podcast.
I'm not a sex freak. I'm vanilla as hell, bro.
I don't even know.
I like P in the V, brother.
I like
P in the V.
yeah.
On top, me.
I'm realizing right now that our podcast is just a different version of your podcast.
How's that?
Two white guys.
Two
talking about
of
jack
the
shit.
redhead, two.
Oh, yeah, it
You
is.
tell-
It's
Yeah.
like this is like an
No.
alternate version
No?
of your
What are you?
podcast.
Ross is an Italian.
Ross is Irish, I would say.
I'm
Or
not.
English.
So I actually don't really know what like the white side of me is. I've never looked into it. I'd imagine it's European in some capacity, but I'm a quarter Native American.
Okay.
So that's what I claim usually. It's
Nice.
the
Native
more
American
interesting.
Your
White.
mom or dad is half?
My biological dad is half. Yeah, his mom was full-blooded Chickasaw.
Chickasaw, huh?
Nice.
Yeah.
What do they know?
I love that you dropped the biological.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a bad sign.
Yeah, he ain't around.
Yeah, never a good thing when somebody
Yeah.
says biological.
Who is it that? Oh, it's Sam Morril that has that joke.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it basically his was like, oh well, like, do you have like a good relationship with your dad? It's like, well, the fact that I introduced him as my biological dad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an awful.
I'm gonna start
version
doing
of
that
the
to
joke.
my loving father.
yeah.
I go, yeah, that's my biological father.
Yeah, you never hear biological father either. It's always dad.
Yeah, biological dad.
Biological dad, never biological
Well,
father.
I never know because I've heard conversations of like anybody can be a dad, but it takes whatever to be a father, or like I don't know which
Yeah,
one it
yeah,
is.
no,
But
yeah,
like
I get that.
I think I would imagine that dad is, I don't know. Dad seems more like, this is my friend, this is my buddy.
Yeah,
like, I
dad.
know
Yeah,
him.
yeah, daddy.
Dad is someone who listens
Papa.
to the children.
Dad.
Papa.
Dad.
You know-
Father, yeah, okay. So this, I mean, what's this? What
It's
what-
more formal. Dad is informal.
Dad is
Father
someone who
is
listens
more
to their
formal.
children, is emotionally
It's
supportive.
someone that pays the bills.
Who got to decide this is the definition
yeah.
of the word dad?
I know, right?
This is arbitrary. This
Lane
is,
Geek,
is-
LaneGeek.com.
this is pretty arbitrary.
It's the #1 source for what father versus dad means.
Say what you want. They dominate the SEO.
Yeah.
So
they're crushing
father
SEO.
father is a biological term, but dad is a real parent.
Okay.
Interesting.
What about pops?
Pops could be even a
I think
granddad.
Pop's pretty loving.
I call my dad Pops.
Do you?
do
Yeah, I call him Pops.
I have.
You always called him Pops?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So they taught you to call him Pops.
Well, I called him Papa, and then I think it just turned into Pops.
Pops.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
from Florida originally?
Yeah.
Born and raised. What about
Born
you?
and raised.
Buffalo, baby.
Buffalo. Oh, yeah, you said that earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Wait,
Florida.
how'd you end up in fucking Florida?
I was doing that YouTube show, and it was the pandemic, and I was losing my mind in New York City. So
What YouTube show were you doing?
It's
I'm
called
not familiar.
Excuse Me What. I would like go to weird like Trump rallies and shit and interview people.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Did you see my dad there ever?
bro.
Yeah,
doing a
He,
seance.
yeah, he's doing a seance. He was gutting a deer, doing a
Yeah,
seance.
he's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
a rain
yeah.
dance at the
Yeah,
Trump
dude.
rally.
Yeah.
He's like, Pocahontas.
He was
I
in
got
the
my
mood.
own Pocahontas. Josh's dad is Pocahontas.
Everybody knows a real man jerks off the deer?
Well,
It's
go
not
on
enough
as she jerks off deer. That's what I heard.
If you're a gentleman, you won't just kill the deer; you'll suck off.
Yeah, that's funny. So you went to Florida to get away.
And it was like I needed a place that had enough crazy people. New York City had a bunch, and then I was like, Florida.
Then it locked down,
Yeah.
so they weren't really out. When
Yeah.
only the crazy people that aren't fun in interviews were still out.
They were out, but I was
them and the Hasidics.
I'd really
They
run
were
all
out.
the.
They were out.
Yes,
Dude, they were outside.
That would be funny if I just shifted it and it was just a channel where I interview Hasidic Jews.
And you slowly convert, and you just look
Yeah.
at more and more.
You just
By
slowly
the end,
start
you're
getting
just
bigger.
speaking Yiddish. You're like, Shlomo, what is it? It's a horrible weather. Hello, I'm Luke Touma. Pleasure.
Dude, I got the hat
Did you
on, I
hear
got the
they
little
found the
glasses.
tunnels?
I'm like, I hope you don't mind, but what is your body count?
So, gay son, a thought, daughter, or neither?
Does size matter? But people, does it matter to people how long the,
Would you suck a cork for $100?
Yes. Would you?
Hasidic
Would you
Jew
rather,
doing street
Man on the
interviews
street?
is so funny.
Yeah.
Man in the
Oh,
tunnel.
The
my
numbers
God.
of the would you rather numbers are weirdly low. It's like, would you fuck your father for $14? With this economy, that really goes a long way.
Would you rather your firstborn son die or pay for parking?
Oh, fuck, dude. Hasidic Jew doing street interviews. So good. Oh man, yeah, we gotta. Maybe we convert just to make that a thing.
Yeah, that'd be
dude.
good.
Go
I'm
out
willing.
Jew face.
We could cosplay.
Like blackface.
It's easy to get around the
Jew face.
city.
You got no Jews down here, dude.
Yeah.
No, I know. Well,
haven't-
because
Not a
I
lot of
was in
Jews, no
South
Italians.
Florida, so we were in. I was very close to Boca. I lived in Delray, which bordered Boca.
Yeah.
So I grew up in Oklahoma. Almost no Jews.
Yeah.
And then I knew two, and then all of a sudden I was surrounded by them. Like all of a sudden they were. All of a sudden they had me
Choice of
fucking
words.
cornered.
They'd be backed into a wall.
Yeah. And then
So why did you guys
out here
end up
there's
in
none.
South Florida?
I went for rehab.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yikes! Josh.
My girlfriend's from there. I lost my job in San Diego, so then we went to live with her mom.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Which is a sick power move as like a 27-year-old
Way
being
less
like,
cool
I'm
than
here
rehab.
now.
That is baller as hell.
Yeah,
I guess
we
we could fucking crash at your mom's.
I guess we
that's
can like,
almost verbatim what happened.
I guess we can like move across the
It
country.
was,
Yeah.
it was so
Mom.
funny too
Your
because I
mom's
was
only
like,
3,000
because it was
miles
like
away.
because the way it worked too was like we were in the middle of San Diego's so expensive. Our rent was like it was like $2,200 a month, and at the time it was like there's no fucking way. I had a sick job and then I lost it, so then I was like, well, we can't stay living here. And then I basically looked at her. I was like, well, we're either moving to my parents' house in Iowa or Florida. So it's like,
Yeah,
and that's the
tough
easiest.
call.
Yeah, that's the easiest ultimatum ever. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go. Iowa was. I mean, every time I visit, have you guys ever been there for like gigs or anything?
actually
I
haven't
drove
been to
through it
Ireland, no.
recently.
You've drove through it recently.
Yeah.
It's actually not. I sometimes think about how nice it would be to just be there, in the sense of like if I wasn't doing this.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
If I was
yeah.
just like a guy, it would be so sick.
It'd be
Oh,
so,
dude,
so
like-
nice.
like-
buy a
I-
house and just live.
Yeah.
So cheap.
Like
Yeah.
I grew up in
Yeah.
Oklahoma City.
Bunch of
and-
land.
And I would do this. I mean, it's especially like recently, like there's a lot more like cool restaurants and the Thunder are there. So
Yeah.
there's like you can watch that. There's college
Thunder
football.
are nasty,
But
too,
dude, I know. I'm so
SGA?
pumped.
Yeah.
But also like I have friends who like live in like a cool part of town and pay like at the end of the month everything like $700.
Yeah, it's
for
crazy.
an
Yeah,
apartment.
yeah.
And I'm
It's
like,
insane.
that's disgusting.
Everywhere I've lived has been a nightmare for rent.
Yeah.
Other than Iowa, it's like San Diego, and then Florida was crazy too. But, I mean, we stayed at her mom's place.
San Diego's nuts.
Dude, San Diego's
It's funny to
It's-
complain
it's-
about rent. It's like
Dude, yeah, she's
other
like-
people were paying so much rent in Florida.
Well, we were looking at getting a place out there, and then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
Where were you?
It's a lot.
And we were in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay,
I was in
yeah.
West Palm.
Okay.
San Diego.
Orlando is cheap.
Orlando's cheap, but not really, because it's like the jobs are bad.
Oh,
It has the worst
yeah.
income to rent price in the
Oh,
world.
really? So
Not in the world. Not in the
In the
fucking world.
country.
In the country.
The average rent in San Diego, $2,800. That's crazy.
yeah, that's nuts.
Oh my god, it's like top 10.
that
People
New
come-
York, that's gone up too. The New York.
Oh yeah, you guys were in fucking.
Or maybe
People
That's about right,
complain
$4
about
grand.
it here,
Yeah.
but it's really not. It's really not bad.
No, it's nothing.
Dude,
like,
it's
nothing
not-
like New York. It's nothing.
Dude, our place is like very affordable.
Yeah, dude.
And we have like a house with like backyard.
Yeah,
We
I'm
have a
looking at-
3-bedroom.
I saw a
Yeah,
4-bedroom
loft.
for $2,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically what we have right now.
I'm like,
Yeah.
good Lord
Yeah.
in heaven.
yeah,
you split
you
it
guys,
up,
How much is
nothing.
rent? How much do you guys in New York?
It's
It's
probably
it's a
it's
nightmare.
insane.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
And you get
disaster.
nothing.
The
Yeah.
average 1-bedroom is
$4
$4
grand.
grand.
That's
It's
crazy.
in
I
Manhattan
bet if
City,
you had
Manhattan.
a
Yeah.
studio this size, it would be more than it costs to rent our entire house.
Well, oh, like a studio apartment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
definitely.
Which is crazy.
No, it definitely
it's
would. In
not.
the city, 100%.
yeah.
There's places that like if you're in like a really expensive area of like Tribeca or the West Village, I've like just like been on Zillow. It'll be like a shitty like rundown studio with like a communal bathroom, and it's like $2,400.
Yeah, it's
like
insane.
it's like
Communal
the
bathrooms are crazy.
That's,
Yeah,
I would
like a dorm.
never-
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's like a dorm.
Did you guys go to college?
Yeah.
I dropped out, but yeah,
Would you?
Sick. Me too.
Okay, one second. Where'd you go to college?
yeah. That's fucking Einstein over here. We went University of Central Florida.
Yep. Got an English degree.
UCF,
Hey, I have an
baby.
English degree too.
Let's go,
We
dude.
are the same. I'm telling
Oh,
you, it's
cool
all
that
This
we're
is
all
weird.
here.
This is
Yes,
weird.
it's
I was
weird.
also served in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Semper Fi, brother.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Semper Fi. You know what's crazy? As I've gotten older, when I first got out, it's like a thing where I didn't want to say it. Like, but now I'll
Semper
see.
Fi.
Yeah, but now I'll see, like, because it's like kind of like when you're in, it's like such a cornball thing to do.
Yeah.
And now when I'm out, I'll see like somebody with a sticker, and I'll walk by. I'm like, they'll like have a sticker on their car, I'll be like, Semper Fi. We both know.
I almost got into a fight with all these Marines in an alley in Oswego, New York. My friend was on Xanax, and he was being a real asshole. And there was a
Yeah.
group of us, and he was just like, we were like walking through an alley to get to this other section of bars, and there were all these like Marines in there, and they weren't all jolly like you. They were pretty still pissed about whatever happened to them. And they were like looking, itching for a fight.
That's such a funny way to describe it because something did happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were itching for a fight, dude. and
You
he
know
just-
something happened.
He just went up to them. He's like, "You guys are gay," and they were immediately like, "What the fuck did you say?" Like just freaking out. And I remember at one point they were holding up. At least one of them was holding up their military ID.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
like screaming, he was like, "Oh, I think you're fucking," holding it up. And then we were like, me and all my, he was so drunk and he was on Xanax. He'd never done Xanax before, and he was just a nightmare to be around.
Xanax will make you so mean.
It makes you
dude.
the worst person
Yeah,
ever.
it does.
I was
I've been
telling someone
Xanax
the
for a
other
long
night, I was
time.
like, it would be like my friend who I loved. Like it was like, you know, he was like a wonderful person, and I'm like, you know, I'll bring him to. It's a great guy, and I'm like, this guy will be in my wedding, and then you like hear the next day, you're like, oh, Tony was all fucked up on Xanax last night. It's like, what happened? He's like, he called the bouncer the N-word and punched him in the face. And you're like, he did what? Why would he do that?
Yeah. Every
What-
drink he had, he just put the glasses in his pockets and stole all of
Yeah.
them. We can't go
What,
back to that
what
bar
ended up
anymore.
happening with the whole fight?
So we finally got it calmed down. We were like, dude, he's fucked up. He's doesn't act like this usually. Lie, he totally does. But we were like, he doesn't act like this usually. Can you please leave us alone? They're like, all right, fine, all right. And I swear to God, we had like just pulled him further down the alley, so he was like far away, like so just to try to dissipate. And we're like, all right, they're about to leave, and then literally like someone's like holding him back, trying to pull him further back. He goes, "Come on, you faggots!" Like, again, and they snapped it. Immediately, the military IDs came back. I was like, it was like they were like literally, and then we were like, calm down. They're like, okay, bro, okay, but you got to get more under control, man. That's not cool to act like that. And he's like, sup, pussy, like, the switch was so easy to flip
It's
on.
so funny to pull out the ID, dude.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking
Like
to?
it's a
badge. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Freeze,
like, you
FBI. It's
Yeah.
funny because they're probably just like dudes you could have beat the shit out of in reality. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
What, that are in the Marines?
Yeah, 100%.
I
Dude,
don't
we
know. Luke
performed
hanging
at
out
a
with
marine base not that long ago, and it did make me realize like there were a lot of people who were like badasses, like obviously like okay,
Killers.
that's who you imagine.
Yeah.
There were a lot of like
Dude, I was-
ROTC kid like nerds.
I was in the
Yeah, like there
You
was
can really just kind of show up. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you
As
guys
many
know this
people
about
as
that. They'll
possible.
take a lot of
It seems
people.
pretty difficult.
All you
I
have
feel like if I went today, I'd be like,
yeah. I mean,
is it gonna mean the sun? You know?
I think you could do
Could
it. I
be.
think you just would be like too lazy.
I think
That's
well,
right.
that's that. Yeah, a lot of people. I think most people could. It's not like it require. I mean, it does require.
Requires so much effort
Yes,
and discipline.
but it's not like they're like a crazy bar. Like I think I don't know. I thought it was going to be crazier. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like a thing where it's like you show up and it's like you have to be able to run 15 miles nonstop or else you're going to die.
That's
And
like
it's
buds and
yeah,
shit.
and
Like,
that's like
people
what
who are like
selections.
SEALs have to go through like crazy
SEAls and
shit.
stuff.
or,
What is
like-
the like type of military like the name or the label that makes you think they're the badass most? Like which one? If you're like SEALs, Army Rangers, like which
Yes.
one do you hear? And
Any,
you're like,
any
this
of like
guy's-
any of like SEALs, Rangers, Green Berets, like that type of thing. My buddy's
What
in Marsox,
branch is the Green Beret?
the Army.
for?
There's only
okay.
like 100 of those dudes. Those dudes are like pipe hitters. Like
Yeah.
that's what they call. That's it's also
Pipe
funny.
hitters?
That's what they call like real deal. Like
Pause.
Yeah, like
What are they
like,
hitting?
real
Why? What pipes?
pipe
are-
hitter? Like,
what's that?
Like, I think it's for stovepipes. If you know what a stovepipe is,
Yeah.
when you're shooting a gun and a round comes out and it gets stuck in the
Oh.
the bolt, and so you have to hit it out. So
Yeah.
to be like a pipe hitter means that you
Gotcha.
shoot so much that you have to constantly be fucking
Yeah,
knocking them out.
I think the SEALs are pretty badass.
Yeah, I knew a guy that was like, I think he is a SEAL now, but he made it like almost all the way through SEAL training, and there was something he had to do underwater, and it was like he passed out and almost drowned, and then they were like, "You failed."
yeah, dude. That's yeah.
Like the whole thing is in what they do. They have a video we've watched of like what Hell Week is like for buds, and it's
What is Buds?
crazy.
It's like the selective course before. It's like the course you have to pass in order to get to Navy SEAL training.
Okay.
So it's like you start with like our roommate. You guys met him last on Wednesday. Our roommate Jack O'Sullivan
yeah.
was
Yes.
a Navy
Yeah.
SEAL.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he was a Navy SEAL. It's so funny too. We were talking about this on the way. I thought I had this realization the other day. When you walk in, we have his SEAL Team 7 placard right on the wall. So it'd be so funny to break into our house and be like, oh, I'm going to fucking get a lick in this fucking quick little... And then you look over and you see
Team
the
7.
SEAL Team 7.
Yeah.
And then you just hear footsteps upstairs. You're like, oh, no. I'm going to fucking... And then Jack's like, get the fuck out of the house. What the fuck are you doing?
Get out of here, bro.
Like, hey, bro, it's not fucking cool
Dude,
you're here.
fucking get out of here. What are you trying to fucking rob me?
Yeah,
Quit?
you're gonna fucking there's a red
Fucking
dot on your
quit.
chest right now, kid. You're gonna fucking blow
Dude,
you away.
fucking go.
Dude, I could swim so fucking fast. Dude, you have no idea how well I can fucking swim.
Dude, I'm literally like a freaking Navy SEAL, bro.
It's not even. I'm not even fucking around.
How do you like them apples?
How do you like that?
To shoot. Well, I
got a number. Sorry.
So a guy out here, comic Joey Smith, made this joke to Jack, and I'll say it all the time now on stage. I stole it completely. It's fine. But it's like it is funny to think about him being the guy that shoots you. Like it's like 3 a.m. and he's like kicks in the door. You're like kind of awake. You see a flashlight, and he's like, "Get on the fucking ground."
Seriously, bro. Osama, dude.
Osama, get on the ground, bro.
Dude.
Osama, bro.
Bro.
We fucking know what you did.
Dude, we know you did fucking 9/11, bro.
I'll tell you what, we're
Dude, so we
pissed
find,
We're
dude, we
pissed.
find out where Obama.
Where
Obama.
Obama?
Find out where Obama is, dude.
What are we mad about?
Dude, I got
A lot of those
I got
guys do kinda feel
confused.
that
I
way.
ended up in the White House, dude. I was, I was like, dude, we find out where Osama is, dude. We climbed up this fucking hill, and it was like 12 packies in a house.
Go Packies.
You got that
In
down, dude.
Afghanistan.
Yeah, but that's what a Boston guy would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
You got it? Did you get the joke, dude?
It was Afghanistan, not Pakistan.
You ever live in Boston? No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
So
live
let me
in
tell you
Boston for
what,
10 years.
it's all the same to those guys.
Yeah, true. True.
It's,
What were you
yeah.
doing with the YouTube channel? What was that though? Like you ran
you
it
still do
yourself?
it?
Yeah.
No, I got hired to do it by this like media company. I stopped doing it,
Oh.
but it was fun.
They fired him.
They
Sexual
didn't,
harassment.
dude.
He was grabbing people in the movie theater.
Grabbing
Actually,
guys' cocks.
You were going to Trump rallies and grabbing pussies.
I
It's
figured
like
a Hasidic guy. He
It's
didn't
like a
want.
bit.
Yeah.
They just let you do it.
I would just go. We'd go to like. It started in New York, and I would just interview like crazy street characters and stuff, and then we started going to like weird like QAnon type rallies in New York, and then when we moved down to Florida, there was way more of that stuff. But we went to like a backyard like home done demolition derby. Like it was just guys ran there. It wasn't like a big
just
thing.
mopeds.
It was
smashing
just guys who just bring their own like school bus and then crash it. It was sick. Yeah, we went to a nudist
BYOB.
colony.
Dude, the one I like to
Bring
do.
your own bus.
Yeah,
To bring your own bus kind of derby.
Dude, I love the like silly ones you do too, because you did one where you just threw a fish.
Oh yeah.
The mullet toss.
Oh, the mullet toss. So the Floribama, so Floribama is the bar on the border of Florida and Alabama, and they have a thing called mullet toss every year. And it's like right at the state line, they see who can throw this dead fish called a mullet the furthest across the state line. And they, dude, it gets a huge crowd, and there's an announcer in like a tower. And they measure your throw. Like the kid that won was like a D1. He got like drafted into the MLB. He was jacked. Dude, he launched this fish. He launched it. But I literally
Judge just flinging a fish.
dude, I got roasted.
The Oakland A's scouts like, holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. No, he went full Roger Clemens, dude. Just gunned it. And the guy who I remember, I was there in jeans. I looked so stupid in New York. I was wearing jeans. It was like the hottest day on the beach in like Pensacola. I'm like wearing jeans and stuff. And I go up there. I'm like, all right, I gotta throw a fish. That'll be like the last shot for the video. And the guy who's like an announcer, he goes, "Boy, did you know you was coming to the beach today?" And I go like, "I'm sorry, I'm from New York." And he goes, "All right, everybody, let's talk slow around him. He's from New York." Like, I'm a retard was what he said. And then I threw the fish terribly. And then you have to go chase your fish and get it and bring it back to the bucket. They recycle the fish. It's they don't. It's not much funding for this operation. So I had to go chase it. When I'm running, he goes, "Look at them blue jeans." Everybody's dying laughing, dude. He was crushing. Just roasted me for all these rednecks.
Let's talk slow. He's from New York.
Yeah, let's talk slow. He's
It's
from
funny
New
to be a
York.
guy in Alabama and be like, them New Yorkers. They're
Fucking
dumb.
dumb. as
Yeah.
hell.
yeah.
We gotta talk slow. He doesn't understand our
Understand
accent.
Just
Oh,
super
dude, that's
oblivious
fucking-
to
I wanna
everybody
toss a
else's
mullet, dude.
stereotypes
That
of
sounds
him.
fun as hell.
I've made fun of like Southern people a good amount down here, and it never does as well as I want it to
No.
do. But there was a ton of
Wonder
black.
why.
They're here.
There was a ton
That's
of black
where they
people
live.
in the crowd last night, and they were going nuts for it. I was
Making
just
fun of
pretending to
Southern
be a
people?
retarded redneck white person. You
That's
know?
so
Yeah.
funny.
And they loved it, dude.
Black
It's like
people
different
do
way
love
say
to
it.
laugh at white people in the right context.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
But
We
it is
were
funny
doing-
because like you can make fun of like Southern people, and like everybody just imagines white people, but there are black Southern people.
Yeah, of course.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of them.
Yeah, they
For
kind
sure.
of they were
But the
forced to be here
redneck
for a
thing
while.
Is different.
Yeah, but there are. Yeah, I guess.
Like the
yeah.
trucking and the mudding and the Confederate flag and
What did you say? What did you say, dude?
what?
What did you say? We're gonna make you say it again. Yeah.
nasty
You were
one?
like, there's black people in the South, and I was like, yeah, they used to be forced to. Be. And nobody laughed, and I was just like, all right,
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
yep, sorry guys.
I would have liked that if I heard it.
There's a lot of people in the South.
The first time
They've
we
been
came
there
here, we
for a
were
long
addicted
time.
to doing redneck voice.
Yeah, we do it a lot.
We couldn't stop doing it, man.
Yeah, we do it a lot.
There's really not that much of that here. What there is in Austin specifically is a bunch of fake cowboys.
yeah,
We were
Who
talking
are
about
actually
that.
like
just kind
UT
of
kids or
really like it's like either UT kids who really want that, or it's like super liberal like artistic guys
yeah.
who like
That's
just
what I'm
like
trying to be,
like
dude.
they
It's like
love
ironic.
Willie Nelson. and
I
they-
love Willie
yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah, they go to like two-step.
I don't know if I could handle ironic cowboy.
Oh, I'm gonna be for hey brother. Hey, you heard this new Phoebe Bridgers album? Boy Genius broke up, brother. Arcade
She
Fires.
covers Bo Burnham in 3 times.
Nothing like after a long day out on the oil fields, just getting in my car, putting on some Elliott Smith.
Elliot, man, he was a real cowboy. Elliot, man, he felt the real sorrow. Yeah, dude, I feel like such a New York idiot, though, dude. I've fucking been driving Jake's truck around. I'm so fucking bad at driving.
Yeah.
You're not good
I'm
at it, no.
so bad at driving.
You're not bad at. You're horrible at parking, and it gives
Dude,
you a lot of anxiety.
I'm also bad at parking.
This
too.
morning,
What kind of truck is it?
it's like a Nissan something or other, like an
Pickup truck.
older, smaller
Okay,
truck.
okay.
It's not crazy big.
No, it's
Yeah.
really
Shouldn't be that fucking hard. I parked really close to a pole yesterday, and then a Tacoma parked on the other side of me, like pretty tight.
Yeah.
And today I was so freaked out about hitting the truck that I just fucking fully scraped Jake's truck on the fucking pole. And there's
it
a
finally
big
happened?
scrape on the side
It
of his
finally
truck.
happened.
And I was hoping you guys could clip this, and then that's how he finds out.
That would be.
We'll collab on a clip on Instagram. And he'll be like, that was fucking you?
That's
So, yeah.
so funny. Are you guys staying with Jake right now?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's
I'm-
out of town right now. I just been fucking, sleeping on his bed, smelling his sheets.
Yeah, when you guys stay at people's houses, do you sleep on the bed?
yeah,
Well,
oh yeah.
Gardini has
Yeah.
a full guest room for me. It's pretty wonderful.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Dude, he's really a great host.
Yeah.
Dude,
Do
Gardini's
they set
the
you up
man.
nice with the guest room? Do you can stay
He is
You
got
know,
that
he's
wrong.
like, please don't have anyone else over. Thank you.
Yeah,
He
he had.
smoked 12 cigarettes.
Yeah, dude, he's literally. He just had.
Every time I see him, he's always just smoking like a cigarette after a cigarette.
Dude,
Oh, he
Chain
chain
smoke.
smoked.
Bro,
when I
I've
was
been
cigarettes.
in public with Gardini where I know he's talking and I can't. I like legitimately. It's basically like he's going like, and I just can't hear him, and I'm just like, totally, man. He will not adjust his volume for anybody. He's the quietest talker I've ever met in my life. We'll be like out back at the creek where it's like loud as
Slammed,
fuck,
and he's like-
and he doesn't adjust, and I'm just like, we're not even having a conversation. You
I
know
gotta
that,
hit
right?
one of these. I kind of lean right.
Yeah, get in here.
That's a strong one.
That's a good ear.
Yeah.
Your guys' dad have a good ear?
No.
No.
My dad does.
My dad
My
has
dad.
a good ear,
My
yeah.
dad. Yeah, he's deaf in his left ear because when he was young, him and his brother were lighting off firecrackers, and throwing them up in the air, and then one of them landed right by his ear.
Whoa.
Bow, and
That's
now he can't
crazy.
Dude,
hear.
I have a neighbor growing up who didn't have a mouth because he fucking lit an M80 and put it in his mouth and blew his face off. Yeah, yeah. He would walk around. He would wear like
Chinese
dude, it's so
suicide.
it's so funny too because he would walk around. Dude, my dad really was ahead of the time because he would walk around the guy with this mask on, like a fucking mask, and my dad didn't know what happened. My dad was always like, "Why is this fucking guy wearing a mask in public?" Like he would get so mad.
How bad do you have to blow up your mouth before you don't have a mouth? Because the mouth is kind of just
so,
the hole in your face.
I also
right?
don't really know. It's he actually just made it
I'm
easy.
trying to- Did you see it?
He revolutionized the mouth.
Yo, pause. Yo, pause, brother.
I never did
Diddy,
see
dog.
it. There was rumors of how bad it was, but I never saw it. You know, like the other kids growing up were always like, you know, I saw it one day when it, you know, but I don't think anybody actually ever saw it.
No,
The rumors were like, like the strap on the mask broke.
Yeah.
What?
There was a strong wind.
Did you hear that, by the way? People are saying, instead of saying like pause or no homo, it's a new thing to say no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Because
No
of
Diddy,
all
His-
of the
his-
allegations
his
of him
gations.
being not only a rapist, but a gay rapist.
Yeah, it just sounds like he was in it for the power.
Rapist.
Rapist. Yeah, he's in it for the power.
He was in it for the power.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, at some point
You
where
would like make him do weird shit. Like it was like, you know, it was like what was that show called? Like Making the Band.
They made. There's a
Yeah.
very
Making-
famous
yeah,
one
Making the
where
band come.
he makes
Yeah.
them go get cheesecake for him.
Right. They have
That's
to
a-
walk across the Brooklyn Bridge and get cheesecake
Yeah.
or whatever. But I think wasn't that kind of part of the rape suit? They like make him go buy prostitutes for him or something. There's something
Yeah, that's
some
yeah.
weird freaky power.
There's a
shit.
lot of stuff.
I
want to
see that documentary, and then I just finished Quiet on Set,
I need to start
the
that.
Nickelodeon one.
Yeah.
It seems too dark. It doesn't seem
What?
like it. The Quiet on Set, like it seems like too like.
Oh,
it
it's
seems like it's
deeply
gonna
unsettling.
Ruin my day.
Oh,
yeah.
it ruined. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
I
I've heard it's very bad.
started it, and it's like addicting to watch. That sounds weird, but
Yeah.
it's like I have to.
watching.
I just can't stop watching it. I just really want to see Jamie Lynn Spears.
But they keep going. I just kept watching it all night.
Did she cry on camera?
Yeah, there's a goo joke, if you know what I mean. It's got a lot of goo.
Drake Bell's getting slimed.
Getting slimed? Is that
He
what
was
it's
get- no, yeah,
that
he
was
part of it,
Nickelodeon.
getting slime, dude. What are you from, fucking Iowa?
No,
What the
I
hell?
know, but that's so funny though to use it in that reference.
Oh, okay.
To be like, yeah, he was sliming the kids.
Dude, he
Well,
was
they were thinking that
sliming
some of
him
the
off
goo.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
One of the
Yeah, dude,
suggestions,
brutal.
right, was the goo. Some of the goo they would use was a little cummy.
yeah, it was very
It
cummy.
was very cummy.
Well,
goo.
there's
Yeah,
a bit they had
100%.
on
They
all
think
that
it was-
where they
Is
would
that
like.
whole thing a euphemism?
That's what they think.
Yeah.
They think it was like.
Well, there's a lot of things
They were
that
getting
are
away with something
very
like, oh,
crazy. Like
yeah.
there's like multiple
The
things
feet
of
thing.
them, like like licking their own feet.
Yeah,
and
Ariana
stuff
Grande
like
had
that.
to lick her own feet. She had a thing where she had to juice a potato.
Yeah, and
where
she's
like
basically
jacking
just
off
like
a potato.
Yeah.
And then what else did she have to do? She poured water all over her chest. Like it's like disgusting.
Yeah,
Because she's like 12 too at the time. And the
yeah,
guy's
she's
like-
not
that's-
hot
Yeah.
at the time. Because
Anyway, so it's we'll keep that pushing, but yeah, no. And then it's just Dan Schneider being like the worst guy in the world, just like running it like the Gestapo, making like children work like 20 20-hour work days and stuff. And
Great.
Well,
it's
and
like insane.
You've seen now that he released his own interview. About
No,
it, right?
I gotta watch
yeah,
that.
you're gonna love that.
Dude,
it's
big ass
him. It's
Schneider.
him apologizing
Yes.
up front, like, "Oh, it was never my intention to make anybody," and then him just denying everything.
Yeah.
at the end, basically.
Yeah.
There was 2 full-blown pedophile rapists on set.
Like
The one was
confirmed
friends with
people
John
who
Wayne
have
Gacy,
raped
right?
children. Yeah,
One
okay.
was a pen pal with John Wayne Gacy, and then the other guy was just like
God, I gotta watch this.
a guy who, like, I don't remember exactly how they got him, but he did something shitty to one of the kids, and then they went to his house, and it was just terabytes, you know.
Jesus
Just terabytes.
Christ.
Damn,
CP?
dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn.
To be
What's this on HBO?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta watch this shit.
to be
It's
pen pals with
unbelievable.
John Wayne Gacy's.
Yeah.
It's just it's not funny, but it is funny to be like, I'm gonna write.
Longtime
John,
fan.
I'm-
for
yeah. Big
Love
fan
that
of the
fan.
work.
First time
You know, yeah. And then
John,
yeah.
how was prison going?
Yeah. Dear John, how was prison?
Do you
Mother
feel
made
lonely,
muffins.
John? I feel lonely sometimes.
He's like, yeah. Have you ever tied children up and put them in a base? You're like,
Oh,
okay.
John.
Oh yeah, you're the guy. Yeah.
John, you're such a
Goofy.
card.
It's like never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Oh yeah, you are a
And
fucking
that was
weirdo.
the John Wayne Gacy guy was the guy who got Drake Bell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I need
And
to
then
watch this.
the other guy just did some other chick.
LA's a creepy town.
Dude, it's so, I mean, it's like your bit, dude. It's like, yeah, it's fucking pedophiles. Like, I don't know, like confirming conspiracy theories. Your bit about confirming
Oh,
conspiracy
yeah.
theories. I don't want to do it. I don't want to ruin it for all the nice people.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, it's like everything every other guy has said. Like, yeah, that's happening, and everyone's like, this guy's fucking crazy. It's like,
Yeah, it's
no,
not
Hollywood's a
tinfoil
bunch of fucking
hat at
pedos.
all,
Like, it's
yeah.
clearly,
Yeah,
It's so funny. Like you could be in entertainment in LA and like how bad it can get.
yeah.
Like you can end up with like getting molested by a guy who's friends with an infamous serial killer.
dude.
And get fake cum thrown in your face, and it's like all this shit. It's like
Yeah.
the worst is gonna happen if you get into entertainment here is like you just gotta watch a guy be like, "Fucking aren't Chinese people faggots?" You're just watching like an
I didn't do
edgelord,
your bit.
Like the worst.
hey, don't do his act.
Yeah, I didn't do your bit. Now you do mine. Fair
Have some
enough.
respect, bro.
It is,
You're right,
it is
you're right,
crazy
dude,
though.
that's
It's all a
disrespectful.
bunch of
Can
people
you cut
have
that?
so much power. People just have so much power over there that they're like, I'm tired of fucking women.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what
they
I do.
probably fuck guys. That's the Diddy. That's the level that Diddy's on.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Yeah,
lucky
Diddy
for
did it.
Diddy, he got caught before he got to.
Yeah.
He's got a song about it.
About
Does he?
what?
Yeah, he's like,
I love guys.
he's like, yeah, fuck my butt.
Because I'm gay.
Cause I'm gay. My name is P Diddy.
It's
By
like
the
it's
way,
artistic expression. I don't know.
he,
what
he does a country song. He comes. My name is P Diddy. P Diddy. I fuck boys. It's like, have you heard that new one?
Yeah, it's
Try
crazy.
that in a small hole. Try that in a small
Try
hole.
that in my asshole.
Try that in a small mouth.
Yeah, Diddy did it. He's got a song talking about how everything he's done. Everything. He's like, yeah, Diddy did it. Pick a model. Which one I ain't swimming? Yeah, Diddy did it. And then he has another line where it's something about fucking men or something. I don't remember how it goes.
Fuck them guys in the butt. Diddy
Yeah, Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
I don't think it's this.
No, this is
I'll
all
be
me missing you.
missing you.
This
That's
is
like
his
a
tribute
classic.
to
It's like a
Biggie.
banger.
What a very bizarre.
I get money,
it
money. I get it. That song's so good.
Is it
Yeah, it
Diddy?
is great.
Is it Diddy by Diddy?
Diddy by Diddy, self-titled.
Yeah, it's bad boy. Neptune.
Well, he's a
and we
psycho.
won't
Do you remember
stop.
when he bashed his son's football coach's head in with a fucking kettlebell?
No.
Wait, what?
His son's football coach was like disrespecting him, and he
it was like talking shit on his name.
It was, and he hit him in the head
Attacking
with a.
son-
He went
Wow.
to the football gym, the school gym, and like hit him in the head with a kettlebell.
It's also like really
Yeah.
strong because like
attacked
kettlebells,
him with a
even
kettlebell.
like
He does look cool. in
the
that
light
photo, though.
ones are like
He always
pretty
looks
heavy.
cool.
Oh, wait, at UCLA.
Yeah.
I was imagining like his like Pee Wee football
What?
coach.
What, dude?
Try to
What weight?
bash him.
What weight of a kettlebell do you think he grabs?
2.5
Do you
pounds.
think? Yeah, do you think he grabs the 7 and he's like, no way? And then he grabs the-
Well, I am
pink
gonna
one.
fling it.
yeah, he's got to do some aerodynamics quick. He's like,
Yo,
He throws a small one up in the air.
distraction.
Tears a rotator cuff.
Well, Well, I think that probably is it, right? We're probably out of time here.
No.
No.
We'll keep it going.
We'll keep it going. We'll keep it right here,
I'm very
folks.
controlling when I'm a guest on a podcast.
Yeah.
I got more shit to say.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, folks. Thank you guys for listening to the Triple F podcast. Go over to the Patreon, Triple F. No, wait, it's patreon.com/Triple F.
Triple
F.
We get an extra episode a week, and you help support us financially. Thank you guys so much for having or being here. I almost said having.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cut it. You guys like how I signed off right?
Oh, really?
I'm going to cut off the cut it part. That was